Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Josh Ellsworth, and I have Jenna Sackett with me, and we are so excited to be doing this broadcast. We've been looking forward to it for at least a couple weeks now, kind of counting down a big milestone for our video channel, Stahls TV on YouTube. And we're excited to say that we just crossed over a huge milestone of 100,000 subscribers to our channel. So we want to thank you guys so much who are watching this. We know that many, if not all of you, are subscribed as we broadcast directly to YouTube as well as our Facebook page and channels, because this is really a celebration of helping t-shirt entrepreneurs in their business get the education that they need to succeed. So we're excited. We have some things to share with you today. Jenna, how are you feeling?
I'm really excited. I just can't believe we're finally here and we've got to this point. I feel like we've worked towards this goal for a really long time. So I'm just happy to be celebrating with everybody, including our customers and viewers.
Yeah, interesting enough, this has happened within 5 years. So I know that both of us have been making videos longer than 5 years, but we went through several different channels, and then we launched the Stahls TV channel to kind of bring all of our educators together 5 years ago. And so 100,000 subscribers. And guys, these aren't just people in their houses that want to learn about, the latest shampoo. These are t-shirt entrepreneurs that are running t-shirt businesses or aspiring to run a t-shirt business. So that's what I like. It's a business to business milestone and accomplishment. And so we are super excited. So should we share the deal with them like right away?
I don't know. Do you think we should wait or should we just let them have it?
Let's hold it back for a second. Let's get some more people on here. I'll hold it back for just a second. But if you're watching, make sure that you keep watching with us. We're only going to broadcast for, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes here just to celebrate and say hello to you all. But I'll share a special offer that's going on for 24 hours only from this moment over on stahls.com. And you're going to want to see that deal if you are interested in heat transfer vinyl or CAD prints transfers or any of the products that we educate about. So you want to say what's up or hello to anybody that's watching here? Are you able to see the comments?
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of people commenting in. John, Raymond, Lily, Dennis, everybody that usually, I usually at this point remember people who are joining like the live broadcasts and stuff. So it's nice to see some familiar names. I just love that everybody's commenting in and congratulating us because we really wouldn't be here without you guys. You're the one that's keeping Stahls TV alive.
Yeah, keeping us in business and doing well. We have this recipe that's been at Stahls for years, even well before Stahls TV, when some folks that are still at the company used to travel around the country in a van or a Sprinter and give seminars. They were called Great Garment Graphics Seminars. That name is no longer around. I guess Stahls TV is the modern day Great Garment Graphics, but we've been in education here at Stahls, the whole time. And so I love that about our company culture.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to be a part of the Great Garment Graphics, but I always hear stories about it. So
is that your way to tell everybody that you're younger than me?
Just had to sprinkle that in there.
Yeah, I did get a chance to do some of it. I did some of those hotel shows. They were kind of fun.
I bet they were. It sounds like, just a really laid back way to meet customers and bring education in a unique way. Honestly, it's something that I'd be interested in doing now, even to this day.
Who knows? Maybe once this COVID thing is cleared a bit, maybe we'll head back out on the road for a road trip. I think that'd be a lot of fun to actually meet our viewers in person. So we'll keep that in mind. But let me share some fun facts with you. So we know 100,000 subscribers. I put some facts over here on the side. That's in 5 years on YouTube. Any guess on how many videos we've created? Have you seen these numbers yet, Jenna?
No.
All right, see if you can guess. How many videos do you think that we've created? And guys, type in the chat if you think you can guess how many videos without cheating and looking at it on Stahls TV.
Just Stahls TV, no CapCut Direct, anything like that.
Just the Stahls TV YouTube channel.
Okay. Are we
5 years.
Transfer Expresses?
No, that's okay. Transfer Express has their own channel as well. Just the Stahls TV YouTube channel. What do you think?
I would say around 500.
Around 500? How about triple that? 1,400 videos in 5 years. And I feel like about 500 have been within the last year.
Wow, I wasn't even close.
Yeah, and thousands of topics, of course, and a total of over 12 million views across those videos.
That's awesome.
And you want to guess how many countries we've reached? You just want me to give it to you?
Yeah.
All right. So over 200 countries. And so we have a global audience, not only just the US market, but I know that I talked to our friends over at Target Transfers and in the UK, and they say about how much people watch and learn from our videos. I know we have regular viewers on from Canada. I see someone watching from Algeria today. So we have all over the US, of course, but also all over the world, over 200 countries, which is really cool. And so, yeah, heat printing education at its best, or at least we try to be. And so want to thank you all for watching us. I am going to share the deal now. I think it's about that time before we get into some of our conversations about some of our favorite video moments. So let me share this screen. You guys can go watch this back, or you can just screen capture it. So here we go. So 100,000 subscribers. I want to thank our viewers. And here's a special thank you offer. So you want to look down at the bottom right hand of that screen. You can see my little arrow of my mouse here. There is a promo code that is live right now on Stahls.com for 24 hours only. And that will save you 20%, 20%, which is a great deal because we rarely run promos of this nature, certainly not this deep of a discount. So now is the time to stock up on vinyl, or you know what? If you've never used us before, it takes a matter of minutes to set up an account on Stahls.com, and you can use this promo code and save 20% off your first order. And we always have to have the fine print that it excludes, equipment, blank apparel, emblems, patches, etc. Now, for our friends in Canada that always watch us as well, Mike, we see you out there. I want to share this as well. So on Stahls.ca, which is our Stahls Canada site, a little different promo code, but the offer is valid there as well. And you guys can take that note down. It's just CA100K, and you can save the 20% for 24 hours. And so we're firm on that 24 hours. So don't delay. I'll make sure we share that graphic a little bit later, but we want to pass on our thank you. And this is our way of just saying thanks to all of our viewers. So want to reflect back a little bit? Are you in the mode to reflect back?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We're not sharing any of the old videos, are we?
Look, I wish I had a surprise over here that I could pull up on the screen for everybody.
Thank God.
I'm thinking, and I know Danielle, who manages our Facebook pages, is watching. I don't know if you've seen the images and the graphics they plan to share in our Facebook page and group, but I'm guessing there may be a surprise or two there because I haven't seen them either. So who knows what's going to come out. So if you're watching in our Facebook, on our page or our group, you'll see that. And if you're not, join our community over at Heat Press for Profit. It's our Facebook group. That's what it's called, Heat Press for Profit. It's a great way where you can dive a little bit deeper and talk to other like-minded entrepreneurs about any questions you have about t-shirt printing and your decorating business. So anyways, let's reflect back. Do you remember your first video?
I do.
All right. What is it? Give us a rundown of it. Fashion film. Okay.
So yeah, it was about fashion film. Actually, no, my very first one was about glitter flake for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day. So what was the content of that video like? So
it was myself, my mom, who also used to work for Stahls, and a few of our other reps, Jody Egger, and I think Michael Melvin, who now is over at Hotronics. We all had to come up with.
I remember this now. I remember
St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. And I did it on glitter flake. And all I could say was, it's just so pretty. It's just so shiny. I just really like glitter. When I look back on that video, I'm like, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah. Well, how many different ways can you describe glitter over the years? Like, we think of how often we show certain finishes, like in different ways. And then guys that are watching, this is a challenge. And you think about that is, how can I bring something new to this product that seemingly we feel like we've said everything about? But I do remember that project because I think at that time, had you expressed an interest in doing videos, or we kind of just said, hey, we want you to do videos?
That's exactly what happened. You're really just like, hey, like, we want to get you guys behind the camera just to see how you guys do. So that was my very first attempt. And it was excruciating and so awkward, but now it's just like second nature. It's just, I'm always used to being in front of the camera now at this point. But that very first time I was like, this is so weird, like just staring at this camera. I mean, of course, Joe was there behind it, but I was just like, this is just so weird. I'm never going to get used to this, but now here we are.
Yeah, the lights. And I think, I'll reflect back on my first video here in a moment, but I'm going to ask you, Jenna, after this broadcast ends, to find the link to that video so our viewers can enjoy in the fun, and share that in the comments on our Facebook feeds and our YouTube page. It's probably under
definitely will.
Okay. And so my first video, I want to say it was 2008 or 2009, roughly. No, it would have been 06 or 08. And I've talked about this before, but I was getting so frustrated as a salesperson with explaining how a vinyl cutter would work over and over. And at the time, the concept of an optic eye sensor, like being able to print an image on this device over here and then take that image and load it into your cutter for it to trim around it, like that was a really new concept at the time. And Roland had a vinyl cutter, the GX24, which is now discontinued, that did that, and I sold that cutter. So I tried to explain on every call like the 4 or 5 things a vinyl cutter would do, and that was one of them. I'm like, this ain't working. I'm wasting all my time, and I'm only able to talk to like, I don't know, 12 people a day, and I should be able to talk to like 30 people if I could just move through these. And so I decided to bring in my home camera, and I went in the back room after hours, and I set up a cutter, and I showed the process, and I shot it. And I'm pretty sure you can actually see me like grab the camera in the middle of the shot and like physically move it to the other location. It's
so great. And that's what we have to do now, because we're all like, we're just using our laptop. We have to move everything around for our lives. But it's just funny to think that, that's something that we used to see as awkward, and now it's the new norm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot more difficult. Seeing this video. I do remember seeing this.
Yeah, I'll post the link. Viewers back there, they're not as cool as our viewers are today, but they were pretty cruel with their comments. And so, and it was rough. Like when you look back on it, like your first time doing a video, it was rough. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm publishing it. It doesn't matter. And I remember the comments on it. They were brutal. So anyways,
but did it help you sell more cutters?
Oh yeah, it definitely accomplished the goal. Yeah, accomplished the goal. So, I think that's one of my tips when I think of our viewers that may be watching today. Video is like enormous right now, and it's grown so much over the last 15 years since YouTube first came out around that time. And so if you haven't incorporated video into your process for showing your products and your finishes and promoting your business, my tip is just do it. Just now everybody has a nice high quality camera on their phone. There's apps that provide basic editing tools that look a lot cooler than what we had back then. And so I would encourage you to just step out and do it. You're going to cringe at first, but don't be afraid to get your products out on video. You'll get customers and viewers and connection like you've never had before. So
yeah, it really helps with brand awareness, because it really only takes one video to go viral. I mean, you want to post multiple, but there's always that one that will end up just continuing to trend. And if your brand is attached to that, it's super amazing for whatever product you're selling.
Okay, so we talked about your first video. There's a couple more moments I want to get to, but you mentioned Joe. And so Joe will never, I don't think he'll ever be in front of the camera with us. We try, but it'd be nice to have him on here, but that's not Joe. He's probably watching. And so we're going to have a little fun, and I want you to think about some of your like favorite Joe moments, or because people want to know, like the guy that shot, how many videos did I say? 1,400 videos, quite literally. He shot nearly all 1,400 videos on the channel, edited those, published them. We have a whole team, but Joe does a lot of the work, at least with you and I. What are some of the things that stand out about Joe, or a moment that you remember?
So I get intimidated pretty easily.
All right.
And the first time that I was ever having to shoot with Joe, I was just like, I'm pretty sure this man hates me. He is just raw, he's unapologetically himself, and that's why we love him. But I was just so intimidated by him at first. So I think that made me more nervous. But there are a lot of key things, and he's honestly the secret ingredient to a lot of my videos because I like being able to talk through my process before I shoot it. And there's just been so many times where he's just like, no, stop. Like, you're not going to say that. You're not going to do it like that. Like, you need to do this. And he literally, like, he is such an important piece of some of the successful videos that we have on there. So I got over the intimidation. Now he's like my BFF.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's really just big time.
Yeah, he is big time, and we appreciate him. I'll give you one Joe story, and this will. I feel like I have to pay homage to some of the past presenters of Stahls TV, even those that aren't with us anymore. One of those is Courtney Matlick, which is now Courtney Kibitza. She's gotten married, but Courtney has a ton of videos on our channel, and she's off in Philadelphia and doing her own thing now at a different company. But we still remain in contact every once in a while. And I'll never forget, we hired Courtney to do videos and marketing and kind of to help us with sales. And at the time, we had a really small space for Stahls TV inside of another division. And so I literally had 2 office spaces. One of those spaces I had and the other Joe had. And so when we hired Courtney as literally employee number 3 into Stahls TV, she had to share an office with Joe. All right. And I can remember, I wish she could tell this story to you, but again, she was a little bit intimidated. Joe helped me with the interview when we interviewed Courtney with some of the questions, and so she already had this.
He intimidates everybody.
Yeah. And he's just a big teddy bear. He's the nicest guy ever.
He is.
But she walked in her first day, and Joe does all the editing, and he does it with the lights off. And so she had to work in the dark the first week because she was afraid to ask to turn the lights on.
That's so great.
And so I thought that was hilarious. So if you want to work with Joe, you need to have a desk lamp, I guess.
For sure.
All right, so I'm going to share this deal one more time. I know people are joining us throughout. Let me see if I can find the right graphic here. So we've reached 100,000 subscribers, and we are sharing in the fun as a thank you. We're running the promo code on Stahls.com for 24 hours only. It's a 20% off sale. Use promo code 100K at checkout, and you can read about some of the exclusions in the bottom, but know that all the big stuff like heat transfer vinyl and digital transfers and the products that we're using and that you're using every day in your business are on here. And then we also have a similar code. Hopefully you've jotted that down for our friends at Stahls Canada. Just again, different website, stahls.ca, and the promo code is CA100K. So jot that down. Let's take a look at some of our friends here that are commenting in. So Danielle loves the Joe stories. We have some product questions. I always love to help people. Let's help people on this episode. So what product do I use on backpacks? So let's share a couple tips and take a couple questions around printing. What do you think? What's your favorite products for backpacks?
Currently, if we're going single color heat transfer vinyl, I love the way reflective looks on backpacks. And dimensional, which would be soft foam. So those would be my 2 top picks for special effect. Ultra Weed, if you just want a basic finish. Do you want to take the full color?
Yeah, it's so those are a couple heat transfer vinyl products. I do like reflective a lot on backpacks. The 3M looks really nice, and also our high vis. On the full color, the only thing you can use any of the products, but I would recommend Sublastop if you can, because a lot of backpacks are 100% polyester and they tend to want to bleed through the print. And so this Sublastop digital transfer that allow you to do unlimited colors, it'll actually block those dyes from coming through. And so white stays white and your logo remains true to color. So that's what I would recommend. Hey, Mike saw my first video. He said, that's why he bought the GX24 11 years. He's still in business. So congratulations, Mike. Thanks for still watching us 11 years later. It can stick with me for that long, huh?
That's awesome.
Let's see. Some other questions here. I got to share this just because I feel like I got to get this done for you, Mike, but I got to bring it on the screen. Class calculator Canadian edition, laugh out loud. I gotta get that one for you, Mike. I will say I sent it to our friends in Canada. They probably sent it back to me and I owe them something on it. So I do believe it's back on me now. This Facebook user.
In the works.
Yeah, it's been in the works for way too long. We'll get it done, Mike. I promise. I can't give you a timeline, but we'll get it done. So Good job on all the product, equipments, and trends. Keep up the great work. I love your trend classes, Jenna. You do a lot of those, which is great.
Those are my favorite.
Let's see.
Mainly because I have to shop for apparel.
Yeah, exactly. You try to order 2 of everything, don't you, in your size?
Oh.
No, details. Oh, this is cool. So Mike gave you a great comment. Smart, great on your feet. So thanks, guys. We appreciate the positive feedback. Getting the A to Z in 16 by 20. Unfortunately, no, that one's just going to be in 15 by 15 inch. Yeah, we got a little bit of Canadian love here for including them in the promo. So we're happy to do that for you and happy to extend that. And for those of you watching in other places around the world, just know we're trying to do a little better job of coordinating with our other divisions in other countries when we educate you and ourselves getting more training on their offerings so we can help you with that. So go shop some more HTV from Lily Crafts. And everybody's just celebrating with us. We appreciate all the goodwill in the questions. So I have a couple more things I want to talk through before we share the promo code one more time and conclude. So we talked about your first video. The other note here I had is maybe some things that you felt like you struggled with in videos throughout the years and have improved on, or maybe even still working to improve on. So what are those things?
I would say the top struggle for me was I always wanted to script everything because I wanted every video to turn out absolutely perfect. You never do. You never, like, they're good, but you expect them to be better every time because you're always harder on yourself as the presenter. But I got better about not scripting because the better videos are actually, if it's just an outline and you're more off the cuff and just talking about the product and educating on it, by what's just coming to your head whenever you're looking at that outline. So I had to nix the script, getting better at staying consistent with an outline and making sure I'm still hitting all of those points. But it's always a work in progress.
Did you used to do the teleprompter videos when we used to put it on the iPad and it was scroll behind?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that was when you made
the teleprompter for the longest time. And then Joe, that's a good Joe story. He was like, you can't use the teleprompter anymore. You just can't. He took it off of me. So I had to just bite the bullet and go.
Yeah, it's like when mom takes off the training wheels, right? Sometimes you wreck the bike, but you usually don't wreck it too many times.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I think that some of my most painful moments is, and I still do this a lot, is just the repetition of certain filler words. So that bothers me like big time. And if I don't intentionally think before I start a presentation about not doing things like and I probably already did at the beginning of this video because I didn't think about it before we started. I was just too excited to go live. But I do a lot of that. I think as any presenter, that's one of the things that really adds polish to it. But I think people are used to it at this point and they don't mind as much as long as it's not nauseating. Some have been nauseating. I was like, we got to remove that video. So it's part of being human, I guess.
Yeah.
The
So yours is
I think it's more like
Okay. Mine's and then I always say, all right, so or when I'm trying to move on to the next thing, it's always like, all right, so I'm just like, you have to stop saying that.
I also do again. I say again a lot. Like even when I didn't cover something earlier in the video, for some reason, like I'm thinking in my mind that I did. And so I'll say again, this is what you need to do. Or I use the word simply a lot. So apparently I want things to be really easy. And so I use the word simply to describe them. So yeah, you run out of words after a certain time, I think, to use.
For sure.
I
hope people don't watch my videos like constantly because they're going to start getting annoyed by those little words.
So I want to give everybody a tip. If you haven't used this on Jenna's videos, what you need to do is on YouTube, you can go down to the bottom right and there's a little settings thing and it will allow you to adjust the playback speed of the video. Yes.
That's terrible.
So if you want to have a good time, watch Jenna's playback videos at about 50%. Just experience that for me once.
Why mine? What about yours?
It's any videos, but it's just really hilarious when you watch somebody at 50%.
It is. It is.
In fairness, when Joe sends me most of the videos to proof, I watch them all at 200% speed just to get through
Faster
them
to get through. Yeah.
a little quicker. And, you know, we're from the Northeast, so we talk a little faster anyway, so I can process a little faster. But just know you can slow those down to whatever speed fits your little brain, right?
Let's not slow them down.
Yeah, 50%. Everybody's doing that right now. They quit watching us and they're watching them at 50%. So there's something else that came up. So we talked about like the bad things, like the uhs and the ums. What is your most used phrase that you think you use in a video, like when you're describing the process? Like, do you ever find yourself just saying it the same way every time when you're describing the process of heat pressing?
I always say pretty easy, right? Super simple, right? Like I always go to that.
Yeah.
I need a new way to say that.
I need a new way to say preheat to remove moisture and wrinkles.
Oh yeah.
That gets boring. Like, so guys, if you're watching, come up with some creative ways that we can say preheat to remove moisture and wrinkles and other phrases, because you guys probably get sick of hearing that. But if you're watching the videos for the first time, it's super important, so we can't leave it out. All right. We got some comments coming in. So somebody uses "in a nutshell" a lot. I like that. All right.
Like.
Yeah.
I do like too.
Thanks for watching our channel, Jamie. Katie, good to see you. How you doing? I know I met Katie at a trade show years ago, I believe, with her son, and still see her at every show. I wish we could go back to shows sometime soon. But we're still staying connected through the internet, I suppose. Sweet. We got somebody that invested in a Fusion IQ and 360 IQ and a bunch of Platins.
Nice.
That's the ultimate package right there. And then I have somebody that's advocating to get you a Graph Tech. I lost the comment, but somebody says, get Jenna a Graph Tech. Do you want a Graph Tech?
Yeah.
You have space for a Graph Tech?
Yep.
I know you like the craft.
I got
cutters.
A blank wall over here where I can just get a nice little setup.
I know you like the craft cutter. So would you, how would you use it? Would you just mix it up depending on the video?
Yeah.
And then somebody says, Jenna, you did a video on athletic jacket. Mine is poly spandex. So what do you recommend on a poly spandex jacket for heat transfer vinyl?
Premium Plus every time. That spandex need that stretch, so I always go for Premium Plus, high tack.
Great. I love this. I got to share it. Preheat to remove moisture and wrinkles. How about dehydrate the shirt? Next video. First, you got to dehydrate the shirt.
I don't know why I'm finding that so hilarious, but
I think it's great. Brenda, you just won.
That is gold. Beat
that. Dehydrate the shirt. Oh.
Shout out Brenda. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. Dehydrate the shirt.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. And Jamie says she teaches others to teach. Those are called crutch words. Hard to everyone to kick. Yeah, we watched a presenter training. It's been a few years that walked through getting rid of those filler words and whatnot.
Yeah.
I can see it did a great job.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, obviously we didn't implement anything. So
we tried at one point.
Yeah.
Like the hands, because I was always talking with my hands. So then I started being awkward and just keeping them to my side. But then as the video kept going on, I just started using my hands more.
Yeah. So I think the premise of the training was use your hands, but only use them for impact. But it was super awkward. He was standing, if I remember correctly, like so straight up and still. I'm like, no, I got to start, like my hands got to be up in the game in the action before I even start the video. So, oh, Danielle found your video. So share that link, Danielle. Get it out to everybody.
Thanks.
Why can't you get into our site to shop? Did we just break the internet? No, you can probably get on Stahls.com. But check, it's just Stahls.com. Hopefully it's still functioning. There's not 100,000 people watching, so I feel pretty confident that we should be good. Try a different browser if you're having issues. We'll check into that for you. Okay. And Mike asked a question, how long did it take for you to feel comfortable in front of the camera? For me, it was probably a solid 6 months to a year. And I think that was probably somewhere around 30 to 50 videos. Yeah, probably about 30 to 50 videos. How about you, Jenna? Any feeling on that?
Like triple that. I'm just awkward all the time, so.
Yeah, well, I think
It's
everybody
just my personality trait at this point.
I think everybody disagrees, but and Danielle shared the link and she apologized to you. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I'll
It's
take
okay.
Okay, so let's share the code one more time, and then if anybody else wants to give a shot at dehydrating the shirt or has any comments or questions, throw them in. But let me share this to you. All right, so this is our special offer. If you're just joining, we reached 100,000 subscribers, yay! And we're going for 200,000 even quicker than 5 years. But we have this thank you code for our viewers, which is 24 hours only on Stahls.com. The promo code down in the bottom right here is 100K, and you will save 20% off of your order. So I negotiated hard for this deal, guys. Make sure you use it, and we want to be successful, and then we'll be able to do more fun things like this in the future. On Stahls Canada, stahls.ca, it's CA at 100K is the promo code. It's the same 20% off deal. We got a couple more questions coming in. Some I don't know the answers to, but I don't like to avoid things. So Carlise asks, will Stahls be selling the Graphtec CE7000 15-inch cutter? I know we don't have any immediate plans, at least I'll say that. The last time I looked at the 15-inch cutter, it used a stepper motor instead of a servo motor. So it wasn't just the width difference, it was the motor difference. I'll have to look back to see if that's been improved on the latest unit, but we'll take another look at that. And if that's been improved, we probably would look to sell it, but no immediate plans right now.
There's one person asking if that code is valid for the Transfer Express website.
It is not valid for the Transfer Express website right now. Their promo code functionality is limited, so we can only do it on Stahls.com and Stahls.ca, and the equipment is excluded. So it doesn't include printer cutters or vinyl cutters or heat presses or blank apparel. It does include heat transfer vinyl, logos, some accessories, those sorts of things. And then Laura asks, everybody's hot on Ultra Weed. It's a great product, but it would be a risk for us right now to launch it in 12-inch and 20-inch, which is where we want to go with it. But because of this COVID thing and supply chain, we feel pretty confident that we need to stay with 15-inch for the next month or so, at least, and then we'll reevaluate it. But we do have plans to go to 20-inch. I will say that while you can't get the 20% off deal, if you must have 20-inch, one of our partner distributors up in the Pacific Northwest, Wellington House, sells the 20-inch Ultra Weed. So that's one place you can get Wellington House. All right, so I think this kind of summarizes it. We're winding down here. I never have more than a half hour of words to say. And
What?
so, what?
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, thanks. Appreciate that. Well, this is a good question. I'll take this one. About to start my t-shirt business soon. Any tips, recommendations for budget, equipment, and accessories? Do you have the A to Z press still behind you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that, if you're looking now, everybody's definition of budget is different. But our least expensive press to give you a quality result is that press you're looking at on Jenna's screen. That's a 15 by 15 inch A to Z heat press. It's a swing away machine. That price point is $699 and has digital time and temperature. The only thing it's missing is the digital pressure. And so we have some videos and some tips for you to make sure you're achieving the right pressure, but that's what I would recommend. And then what accessories would you recommend for that, Jenna? I think actually there was a blog today on tedstahl.com that completely went through our startup package and recommendations on that press. So we'll share that link to tedstahl.com, but you want to run through your recommendations on accessories?
Definitely this platen protector. Does that come with it?
No, it's separate.
Okay.
Well, it comes in the package, but not just the machine.
Okay. So definitely this guy, it helps just thread on the apparel so much easier. And then the heat printing pillows and the 6x10 platen. So all these pillows really help for buttons, zippers, anything like that that can cause uneven pressure for printing. So these are my go-to. And then that 6x10 platen.
Okay, perfect. And I know we just completed a video series. If you have a little bit more budget than that, we completed our 21 Looks video series, which is a playlist on our YouTube page. And the last video in that playlist is what I would call the ultimate package that includes everything that we used, including the accessories to complete all 21 of those looks. So that's a great viewing experience. You can watch all of those, get inspired about the items you can make, the markets you can reach, the finishes you can achieve, and then understand exactly the equipment you need to bring that to life. And that package is a little short of $4,000. It includes a hat press, a 16 by 20 flat press like I have behind me here, the auto clam. And then I asked you if you had an A to Z. I guess I have one behind me there too. It's just a little further back now. So
I love the A to Z though. It's so smooth.
yeah, so Jeff just pointed out my number one fear. Don't do this, guys. It'd be mean. I was thinking of unsubscribing so I can become the 100,000 subscriber. Funny enough, I chatted to our internal group as we've been tracking this. I said, maybe we want to have like an employee or two subscribe just in case somebody unsubscribes when we go live. It's like we're not at 100K. But anyways, we're practically there. If you guys unsubscribe, we'll still get there, but we appreciate your viewership. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to share the promo code one last time. Again, if you're shopping on Stahls Canada, there it is. Use promo code CA100K. If you are shopping on Stahls.com, use promo code 100K today and today only, meaning 24 hours, and save 20%. So any parting words of wisdom till we hit 250K and do this again?
I just want to thank everybody again, because seriously, like, we just wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you. And I just, thanks.
That's good. That's good. And
honestly,
that's perfect. And I'll echo those sentiments. And I'll also say, if you're on the fence, just go for it. And so that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. But one thing I've seen is our views have skyrocketed since March 2020. In the last 12 months, really. And that's because a lot of you are either out of work or you're looking for supplemental income because your hours have been reduced, your pay has been reduced, whatever. And so we aren't blind to the fact that we work with a lot of side hustle businesses that are running full-time jobs and trying to make the income to be able to keep their household afloat. And so I firmly believe in this technology. I've been selling it all my life. And not just selling it, I'll say educating on it all my life. And I know Jenna has been here for a very long time as well. We've seen people go from start, like Mike shared earlier, and be here 11 years and have a successful business. So it does take hard work. We can teach you how to print. We can teach you a little bit on how to sell and market. But at the end of the day, you can make quality results with a heat press, and you can do it out of a spare bedroom like both of us are presenting from today. So I would encourage you, go for it. If you've been on the fence, make the commitment to the business. We'll teach you how to print, focus on how to acquire customers, and we'll be along for the journey to help you do that as well. So with that, let's get it done. The next 150K, we'll be back to you with 250,000 and then about probably another 1,400 times in between with new videos. So thanks so much, guys, and have a great rest of your day. We appreciate you.